As the RCMP Commissioner stated earlier, they have clear and compelling evidence that agents of the Government of India have engaged in and continue to engage in activities that pose a significant threat to public safety. This includes clandestine information gathering techniques, coercive behavior targeting South Asian Canadians, and involvement in over a dozen threatening and violent acts, including murder. This is unacceptable. While attempts have been made by the RCMP and national security officials to work with the Government of India and Indian law enforcement counterparts on this matter, they have been repeatedly refused. This is why, this weekend, Canadian officials took an extraordinary step. They met with Indian officials to share RCMP evidence which concluded 6 agents of the Government of India are persons of interest in criminal activities. And despite repeated requests to the Government of India, it has decided not to cooperate. Étant donné le fait que le gouvernement de l'Inde
refuses
ma collègue, la ministre
to
Joly,
cooperate, my colleague, Minister Joly, had only one choice.
Elle a émis un avis d'expulsion pour ces 6
She
individus.
emitted a notice of expulsion for these 6 individuals who have to leave Canada. They're no longer able to act as diplomats in Canada or to return to Canada for any reason.
Be clear. The evidence brought to light by the RCMP cannot be ignored. It leads to one conclusion. It is necessary to disrupt the criminal activities that continue to pose a threat to public safety in Canada. That is why we acted, because we will always, first and foremost, stand for the rights of Canadians to feel safe and secure in their own country. We will never tolerate the involvement of a foreign government threatening and killing Canadian citizens on Canadian soil, a deeply unacceptable violation of Canada's sovereignty and of international law. À nouveau, nous demandons au gouvernement de l'Inde
we ask the Government of India to cooperate with us in this investigation and put an end to its inaction and false rhetoric, to recognize the credibility of the evidence and the information we've shared up to now, and to reiterate clearly that its positions on extrajudiciary actions elsewhere should be unequivocally aligned with the rule of law. Canada will always defend the right of law and the principles that democracies rest on, and we incite the Government of India to do the same.
I know the events of the past year and today's revelations have shaken many Canadians, particularly those in the Indo-Canadian and Sikh community. Many of you are angry, upset, frightened. I get that. This shouldn't happen. Canada and India have a long and storied history rooted in people-to-people ties, business, and trade. But we cannot abide by what we're seeing right now. Canada fully respects the sovereignty and territorial integrity of India. We expect the Indian government to do the same for Canada. As Prime Minister, it is my responsibility to provide reassurance to those who are feeling their safety has been compromised, but most importantly, it is my responsibility to take action and to never hesitate in doing what is necessary to protect Canadians. That is precisely what we are doing today. I'll now turn it over to Minister Leblanc to provide additional details on these developments.